Everybody, it's Scott once again from Comic Book Hangover with another weekly haul video. I know I skipped last week, but I really didn't get that many books last week, so it didn't seem like it was worth doing any kind of a video. But this week I had quite a lovely haul, one of the bigger hauls that I've had in quite a long time. I really just don't collect a whole lot of comic books anymore. There's just not a lot out there that is interesting to me, but I keep trying different things. Starting with Alterna Comics. As a lot of people know, I am a big fan of Alterna Comics. I just started getting their first releases because they were all done on newsprint. They were all priced from $1 to $1.50. Figured, what the heck, give it a shot, kind of support the format. And turned out that I have enjoyed just about every single book they've put out. So this week was essentially Alterna Comics week. There were 5 titles that were released, beginning with The Chair. It's number 3 in a 4-issue series. There's also a movie that they've put out for this that I'm looking for. If it's anything like the comic book, though, man, this book is it's pretty vicious. There's no way that I can think of there being any kind of a happy ending for any of the characters in this book. But it's pretty dark. It's a very dark book. So if you like that sort of thing, I do recommend this. And let's check that out. $1 for a new book. Alright, so also from Alterna Comics, Mother Russia, number 3. This does wrap up this miniseries. This takes place on, I guess, a version of Earth where World War II ended because zombies basically took over. And you've got, people from 2 opposing factions. They have to work together to try to survive, and somehow a baby gets involved, and it's a lot of fun for everybody. This actually was one of my favorite books. I've really enjoyed this series, and this does wrap it up, number 3 in the 3-issue miniseries, and I am hoping that they do more with these characters. So a very fun series. Scrimshaw. This is one of those books that it'd be better to just read it than sit here and try to describe it. It's Alterna's only ongoing series, which is kind of nice to have an ongoing series that's priced at $1.50. And also put on a bi-monthly basis, so it doesn't really hurt the pocketbook too much. But this one is a lot of fun. They have fixed a lot of the problems that I had with the first issue with the coloring and the art not really popping as well as it should. But they really fixed everything up on this one. I'm looking forward to reading this issue. It's quickly becoming one of my favorite series. Trespasser. It's number 3 in a 4-issue limited series. This one has it's a post-apocalyptic Earth. You have a father and a daughter trying to survive, and on top of all these issues that they're having trying to survive in this new world, aliens show up, and it's kind of a darker series. It's very entertaining. This is not my absolute favorite, but this is definitely towards the top of the stack of Alterna books. So this is stuff that I really like to read. And finally, The Righteous Wicked, number 2 in a 6-issue limited series. Still not sure what I think about this one. The first issue was a lot of fun. It deals with a group of kids, but I'm looking forward to checking this out and seeing where this story and this concept goes. So outside of Alterna Comics, grab Dollface number 10. Still one of my favorite books, and it's just really entertaining. They have a new artist now. Dan Mendoza is now just writing the series. And of course, doing the cover. This is the cover that I got. I really like it. It's a very simple cover, and if you're familiar with what's going on in the story, it does actually have a lot of meaning with what's going on in the story. And the new artist, her name escapes me right now, but she's doing a pretty decent job. Not quite the same as Mendoza, but it's good. It still makes the book very enjoyable, worth reading. Invader Zim, number 24. I say that and I can't believe that this book has been around for this long. Still great. If you're a fan of the Invader Zim animated series, this is definitely a book that you need to be picking up. It picks up shortly after the series ended. Actually, a couple of years, I guess, after the series ended, and it maintains the same level of insanity and madness that the show is known for. Some of the issues are actually drawn by the people who worked on the show, and it's a lot of fun. I mean, this is definitely one of the more entertaining books that I read. And my number 1 issue for this week, I want to start trying to pick up number 1 issues just from random books, but this one I could not resist. Rugrats number 1, a comic book that I never thought I would have in my collection. It's basically it takes the Rugrats characters, all of them that you know, and puts them in modern times. So now the parents have drones and cell phones and baby cams, and the kids are having to adapt and live in this new world where they really don't have the privacy and the freedom that they used to have now that the parents are able to keep an eye on them almost 24 hours a day. So if you're a fan of the show, I definitely recommend this, Rugrats. And if you got kids, I mean, if you want to share Rugrats with your kids, this is definitely a book to go with. And finally, Marvel book. That's pretty much all I can say about that. So this was a really good week. I'm looking forward to jumping into all of these books. Can't wait to read the rest of these, especially these Alterna books. If you're looking for some different stuff, some non-mainstream stuff, I do definitely recommend some Alterna. So those are all the books I picked up this week. Thanks for tuning in, and I will see you all soon.